I think that life is an incredible gift. People enter into your life and they give things to you. They give you love. They give you comfort. They teach you. But when they go, they take things with them. They take pieces of our hearts. They take pieces of our soul, and they leave little exit wounds. The day my mother died was obviously a sad day, but ultimately, I was able to experience something that was both mysterious and illustrious. I had been traveling back and forth between Austin and Kentucky over 2 months. She'd been sick, and I'd been juggling care with my sisters. And I got the call that her passing was imminent, so I got on a plane and I went home. The trip from the airport to her house is about an hour, and on the drive, I couldn't help but notice the beauty of the countryside. You know, Kentucky is so beautiful just before the planting happens. Fields and fields of yellow flowers everywhere. On the drive, I was trying to imagine what it was I would find when I got there. I was anxious to be there, but I was anxious about the experience, what I would find. But I knew that something important would happen, and so I tried to remember to stay present, that this important event was going to happen, and I should try to take in all the lessons of it, because she was certainly going to teach me something. My mother came from a large Catholic family, and she had 7 sisters and 3 brothers. And when I arrived home, she was in her bed, surrounded by her family. And the room was really warm and very comfortable. When I went to her side, she wasn't able to communicate. Her eyes were fixed. She couldn't speak, and she was breathing really sporadically. As a family, we all sat around for an hour, sort of reminiscing and hoping that she could hear what it was we were talking about. But eventually, we decided that it was time for each of us to say our goodbyes. So one by one, each one of us took our turn. I was my mom's firstborn child, so I had the privilege of going last. So I got into the bed with her. I was facing her and holding her hands and looking into her eyes, hoping for some recognition. Over the year leading up to her death, she'd expressed a lot of fear about death and a lot of regrets. And, you know, I wasn't able to reassure her. But now, in this moment, you know, I was trying to imagine what should my final words to her be. Everybody who'd gone before had talked a lot about, you know, if it's time to go, don't worry about us. Feel free to go. As I was laying there, I looked into her eyes and I just said, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. And I said it over and over. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. And then all of a sudden, her eyes changed and she fixed on my eyes. She took one big breath and then she left. And all of a sudden, on this beautiful spring April afternoon, everything became black, and a hailstorm like I'd never seen before rained down on her house. It was just amazing, and the room erupted in laughter, and someone joked that she must be in heaven dancing. And I said, no, I think that she kicked in the door. For this is